Jai Hind, my dear students. Today we are moving to the next topic in accounting ratio. I hope you are all safe and fine at your home. Please take care of your health because health is wealth. We are moving to the topic different ratios coming under activity or turnover ratio. Activity ratios or turnover ratio that helps to identify when we are investing some amount in our business, what is the percentage of return for the firm, how much turnover the firm is getting, that we are going to learn first, activity or turnover ratio. Please keep in mind the different activity ratios like inventory turnover ratio, trade receivable turnover ratio, trade payable turnover ratio, investment turnover ratio, then fixed asset turnover ratio, and working capital turnover ratio. We have to learn in detail only four ratios as per our syllabus: inventory turnover ratio, trade receivable turnover ratio, trade payable turnover ratio, and working capital turnover ratio. Two other ratios you will study for your higher studies. First of all, we will begin with the areas coming under inventory turnover ratio. Inventory turnover ratio. My dear students, you know the meaning of the term inventory. Inventory turnover ratios helps to identify when the firm invests some kind of raw material stock, what will be the rate of return or what will be the return, the turnover after converting it into finished product. So it determines the number of times inventory is converted into revenue, how much we are getting the revenue from that raw material or inventory. And we can easily calculate this ratio using this equation: cost of revenue from operation divided by average inventory. Cost of revenue from operation divided by average inventory is the equation. Please keep in mind, and as I said earlier in the previous videos, it is one of the important ratio we have to work out more. Lot of the times board exam have been asked questions from this area, so we have to prepare well from this topic, inventory turnover ratio. Let us begin with the one problem. Here a lot of informations are there. You have to find out the ratio, inventory turnover ratio, and we have to keep in mind the equation and how we can identify the value. Cost of revenue from operation divided by average inventory. Average inventory can be calculated using the equation opening inventory plus closing inventory divided by 2. Opening inventory plus closing inventory divided by 2, or inventory in the beginning plus inventory at the end divided by 2. And how we can find out the cost of revenue from operation? From other remaining information like net purchase just carriage in word, or we can find out the amount of revenue from cost of revenue from operation. So let us look at the solution. How to find out this ratio is very, very important. Always I have told you have to keep in mind how we can find out the values. So let us look at the solution. Use the equation cost of revenue from operation divided by average inventory, and some other way we can find out the value of cost of revenue from operation. So inventory in the beginning plus net purchase. Net purchase means purchase minus purchase return, plus wages, carriage inward minus inventory at the end. So we are applying in the equation, we will get the amount of cost of revenue from operation will be 60,000. And the average inventory can be calculated using this equation: inventory in the beginning plus inventory at the end divided by 2. So the average inventory value is 20,000. Then we are directly applying in the equation cost of revenue from operation 60,000 divided by the average inventory 20,000. So 3 times we need to convert the inventory into revenue, 3 times. So keep in mind all these. Moving to next question. Here we are learning the calculation of inventory turnover ratio in some another way. So from the given information we have to find out the amount or the value of inventory turnover ratio. Only revenue from operation 40,000 is 4 lakh is there. Average inventory is there 55,000 directly given. Gross loss ratio is there 10%. And in previous some equations, ratios calculation time, we learned on equation cost of revenue from operation is equal to revenue from operation minus gross profit, or revenue from operation plus gross loss. So from this information, you can use that equation to find out the value. Revenue from operation is there, value 4 lakh. Don't consider revenue from operation and the cost of revenue from operation are same. Both are different. And that amount of gross loss, that is 10% of this 4 lakh. So amount of gross loss is 40,000, and the cost of goods sold is calculating using the equation revenue from operation plus gross loss. We will get the value 4 lakh plus 40,000, 4 lakh 40,000. Then you can directly apply because average inventory value is there given 55,000. So 4 lakh 40,000 divided by 55,000, we will get 8 times as the value of inventory turnover ratio. So my dear students, it is another way to find out the value of inventory turnover ratio using the equation, and also some information is not given directly. Let us discuss another problem. A trader carries an average inventory of Rs 40,000. His inventory turnover ratio is 8 times. If he sells the products, goods at a profit of 20% on revenue from operation, find out the profit. This is the way the board asks the application type questions. So we have to prepare well. First of all, we will apply the values in the equation for calculating inventory turnover ratio. So value of inventory turnover ratio is there 8, that is equal to cost of revenue from operation divided by average inventory is there 40,000. So we are applying, and at that time we will get the revenue value of cost of revenue from operation as 3,20,000. From that we can calculate the value of revenue from operation is equal to cost of revenue from operation into 100 divided by 80. In the question, the profit percentage is there 20. So remaining will be the cost. So cost is 80, then what is 100? So value of cost of revenue from operation we have calculated 3,20,000 into 100 by 80. So that is the value of revenue from operation. Please remember the steps what we have done for calculating the revenue from operation, and then after that we can apply in the equation. Cost of revenue from operation is equal to revenue from operation minus gross profit. Then we can convert, we can make another equation, that is profit is equal to, or gross profit is equal to revenue from operation minus cost of revenue from operation. So 4 lakh minus 3,20,000, we will get 80,000 as the value of profit. These type of questions also sometimes, in order to confuse the children, they will ask for the objective type question also. So you have to prepare well these type of questions. I hope it is very clear for you the calculation of inventory turnover ratio. That indicates how much we are getting when we are giving or input as some value of stock, what will be the return or revenue. My dear students, moving to another category in this family, activity or turnover ratio, that is trade receivable turnover ratio. It do not have much importance, but we have to remember. This ratio shows the relationship between revenue from operation and the credit revenue from operation and also trade receivable. It shows the relationship between trade receivable or account receivable and revenue, credit revenue from operation. So credit revenue, you know, it is the outcome of credit sales. Credit sales. How much time it will be taken to convert the debtors into cash? Means how much time we will take to collect the amount from the debtors. So credit revenue collection turnover can be calculated using this equation. Trade receivable turnover ratio is equal to net credit revenue from operation by average trade receivable. Remember the equation? Net credit revenue from operation divided by average trade receivable. Very, very important thing you have to keep in mind. We are moving to solve one problem, but we can't expect. Only few times these type of questions are asked from these areas in board exam. But we have to learn it very well by solving a problem. So just look at that. We have to calculate the trade receivable turnover ratio from the following informations. Total revenue from operation is there 4 lakh and cash revenue from operation is there 20% of the total revenue, and also trade receivable on the opening date is 40, closing date is 1,20,000. We have to find out the average trade receivable, just like the same calculation regarding the average inventory, like the same opening trade receivable plus closing trade receivable divided by 2. So let us look at the solution. We have to calculate the trade receivable turnover ratio. So the equation is net credit revenue from operation divided by average trade receivable. And the credit revenue operation we can calculate because it is not given in the question. We have to calculate total revenue will be the total outcome of or total of cash revenue plus credit revenue. So we have to calculate it. We have to create a new equation. Cash revenue is there, total revenue is there. We want the value of credit revenue. So credit revenue from operation is equal to total revenue from operation minus cash revenue from operation. So the cash revenue from operation is, again we have to calculate 20% of the total revenue. That means 20% of 4 lakh. So we will get 80,000 as the value of cash revenue from operation. Then it is very simple. Credit revenue from operation is equal to 4 lakh minus 80,000. We will get 3,20,000. Then we can apply directly after calculating the average trade receivable. That will be 80,000. 40,000 plus 1,20,000 divided by 2 average trade receivable. We can apply directly in the equation. We can calculate that value. So that will be calculated using the values. So 3,20,000 divided by 80,000, we will get the trade receivable turnover ratio. Moving to another problem. Here also we have to calculate the value of trade receivable turnover ratio or debtors turnover ratio. Another name, debtors turnover ratio. Closing debtors are there 40,000, opening debtors are there 60,000. Cash sales is 25% of credit sales and total sales is 2 lakh. Cash sales is like the same previous question. Here also we have to find out the value of cash sales, 20% of the credit sales, and then we have to take another move using our mathematical brain. We have to consider the cash sales is X, 25% of X, and we have to find out the cash sales. Total sales is equal to cash sales plus credit sales, and we have to apply after minimizing this value in the equation. So we will get the value of credit sales as 1,60,000. 1,60,000. And opening debtors and closing debtors are there, that can be utilized for calculating average debtors, average trade receivable also, that is 60 plus 40 by 2, 50,000. And the debtors turnover ratio is equal to 1,60,000 divided by 50,000, we will get 3.2 times. That means that much time we need to recover the amount of credit sales from the debtors. So my dear students, every time we have to keep in mind the equations and way of calculating the values. That is very, very important. Moving to the another ratio in the activity or turnover ratio, that is trade payable turnover ratio. Just compare, in trade receivable turnover ratio we have calculated how we can convert the credit revenue, how we can earn as early as possible. Here trade payable means how much time we take to pay the amount of liability related to credit purchase. How much time, how many times will take the firm is able to pay the amount of credit purchase, the liability. So trade payable turnover ratio indicates the pattern of payment of trade payable, means the amount to the creditors, and lower ratio means credit allowed by the supplier is for a long period. Lower, if the ratio is very low, that indicates the supplier gives more time to and additional time to pay the amount. We can use the equation to find out the value of trade payable ratio or trade payable turnover ratio, that is net credit purchase divided by average trade payable. Net credit purchase divided by average trade payable. Don't get confused. Keep in mind the equation. Moving to a problem. From this illustration, we have to find out the value of trade payable turnover ratio. The information regarding credit purchase is there 12 lakh and creditors on opening date 3 lakh, bills payable on opening date 1 lakh, and the creditors on closing date is 1 lakh 30,000. Bills payable on the closing date is 70,000. So we will find the total of opening trade payable, creditors plus bills payable. Then closing trade payable, closing creditors plus closing bills payable divided by 2, we will get the average trade payable. So average trade payable can be calculated using that equation, creditors and bills payable in the beginning plus creditors and bills payable at the end divided by 2. So we will get 3 lakh as the amount of average trade payable, and we can directly apply the equation trade payable turnover ratio is equal to 12 lakh divided by 3 lakh. We will get the value 4 times. 4 times is needed to pay the liability of this 12 lakh. So this is very easy to calculate. Another question is there to find out the different ratios, and look at that. Some more items are there. Average collection period and average payment period also we can calculate in relation to the ratios like trade payable and trade receivable turnover ratio. Values like revenue from operation is there 8,75,000, creditors 90,000, bills receivable 48,000, bills payable 52,000, purchase 4,20,000, trade receivable 59,000. So how we can find out the trade receivable turnover ratio? First, just look at that using the equation. We have the value of revenue from operation is there divided by not possible to take the average. So we are just totaling the value of debtors and bills receivable. So we will get the answer 8.18 times is needed to recover the amount of credit revenue. And how we can calculate the average collection period? Average collection period means how much days is needed to how many days is needed to collect the amount of revenue from the debtors, the buyers, the credit buyers. So 365 divided by, use the equation 365 divided by the trade receivable turnover ratio. Trade receivable turnover ratio. So 365 divided by 8.18. 45 days is needed to collect the amount of revenue, credit revenue from the buyers. Moving to the next one. Trade payable turnover ratio. Here also the value of purchase is there 4,20,000 divided by total of creditors plus bills payable. We will get 4,20,000 divided by 1,42,000. 3 times is needed to repay the amount of credit purchase, amount of money we have to give for the creditors. And here also average payment period means how many days will be taken to pay the amount of money to the creditors. So 365 divided by trade payable turnover ratio, 365 divided by 3. So 122 days needed to pay the amount of liability. So my dear students, keep in mind, sometimes the question, objective question will, we can expect for the calculation of this average collection period or average payment period also. So please keep in mind the equations. We are moving to the last ratio coming under our activity turnover ratio, activity or turnover ratio, that is very important on working capital turnover ratio. You know the concept of working capital, amount of money invested in business for meeting day-to-day activities. That means when we are investing 5 lakh rupees as the working capital, what will be the turnover? That is the ratio we are going to calculate. Working capital turnover is a ratio that measures how efficiently a company is using its working capital, how much money they can collect as revenue when they are investing some amount of working capital. And it also referred to as net sales to working capital or working capital turnover ratio, that shows the relationship between the funds used to finance a company's operations and the revenue the company generates from that amount of finance. Please use this equation to calculate the value of working capital turnover ratio. Net revenue from operation divided by working capital. Net revenue from operation divided by working capital. How it is net? Revenue from operation minus returns, return inward. And please keep in mind, working capital can be simply calculated using the equation current asset minus current liability. So please remember and try to solve this question. We have to calculate the value of working capital. So we have to find out the items like creditors are there, bills payable, outstanding expenses are there as current liability, and here inventory, debtors, bank and cash are current asset. Finding the total of these two, and after that you please find the difference between current asset and current liability will be the amount of working capital. A revenue from operation for the whole year is there 30 lakh, and I think no other information. So current asset we are totaling, and 44 lakh is there, and when we calculate the total of current liability, it is 2 lakh, and also we can find out the difference between 4 lakh and 2 lakh will be the amount of working capital. So 2 lakh is the value of working capital. Applying in the equation, 30 lakh is the revenue from operation divided by 2 lakh. 15 times is the value of working capital turnover ratio. That means when we invest 2 lakh as working capital, we are getting 30 lakh as revenue turnover. So please keep in mind another important ratio, working capital turnover ratio. Let us solve another question. We have to calculate the value of working capital turnover ratio, cash sales, credit sales, sales return, liquid asset, inventory, current liability, all the things are there, and we can use the total of cash sales 1 lakh 30 plus credit sales 3 lakh 80 minus sales return minus 10,000, we will get the value of what? Revenue from operation, net revenue from operation. And the liquid asset is there. I think you are remembering. Liquid asset means current asset minus inventory. So to find out the value of current asset, what we have to do? Liquid asset plus inventory. 1,40,000 plus 90,000 is needed, and the current liability value directly given 1,05,000. The solution will be net sales or net revenue from operation is equal to 1,30,000 plus 3,80,000 minus 10,000. 5 lakh is the value of net revenue from operation. And working capital can be calculated using the equations. And keep in mind the current asset is the total of liquid asset plus inventory and also advanced taxes, etc. And 1,40,000 plus 90, 2,30,000 is the value of current asset. We are calculating the value of current working capital is equal to current asset minus current liability. 230 minus 1,05,000, we will get 1,25,000. Then we can directly apply the equation 5 lakh minus 1,25,000 is equal to the working capital turnover ratio 4 times. So actually it is very easy, but identifying the items and creating our own explanation and equation for each sub items is very important from the information available in the question. That will help you to create more. So I think you gain the knowledge regarding the whole activity ratios or turnover ratios. Please keep in mind all these things for the next your careers also. So I would like to say one thing again and again. Please subscribe my channel and also share these videos with your friends. That will help them also to learn more. And I hope it's very clear. Any doubts regarding the topic you can ask in the comment box and also can contact directly. And I would like to wish you happy Environmental Day, which is passed on June 5th. I would like all are safe, stay safe and stay healthy. Bye bye.